Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. You guys know I had to do something for Halloween. I'm a makeup artist. I have to do something for Halloween. I have to do something creative. I have to do something spooky. I have to do something, I don't know. I just knew that I had to do something. So, in honor of today being Halloween, I am going to be doing a body painting, and I know so many of you have loved my body paintings in the past, so I really just wanted to do one today. I worked all weekend, I'm very tired, but I figured today I'm just gonna like zone out and be with my body paints and my makeup and just show you guys how I do it. So before we get into this, I just want to kind of show you guys like my inspo around this, okay? Also, my outfit is giving Rachel McAdams in Mean Girls at the end when she gets like hit by a bus, when she has like the black off the shoulder and like the braid. I put my hair into like a braid today and I was like, this seems nostalgic to me, like this whole thing here. And then I remembered, yeah, it's giving Rachel McAdams in Mean Girls when she gets hit by the bus. I love that movie. It's like one of my favorites. Okay, so really quickly want to show you guys exactly what I use or will be using today and what my inspiration is. This is my inspiration, this little pumpkin spookiness that I got off of Pinterest. I wasn't sure what to do. I've done like Marvel characters in the past. I've done just like other like skeleton looks and things like that. And I feel like, okay, what is another like fall / Halloween look that I can do and like incorporate? And I was like, oh, pumpkins. Let's look up pumpkin body painting. And this is the one that I kind of landed on. I am an artist that likes to use a lot of inspiration from other artists. It's very hard for me to come up with things in my head. I don't know, I just don't work that way. I legit smelled one of my dogs farting and I legit thought one of them in the house, but no, I actually think it's coming from outside. Regardless, we're moving on. So this was definitely my inspiration for this year. I just really love pumpkins during fall season. Like the entire house is based off of like a pumpkin theme for fall because I figure I can get me through like fall, Halloween, and into Thanksgiving. So I just kind of like keep the theme pumpkin. So that's what we're doing today. This was another one that I also liked as well. I, again, am putting my own like rendition of it onto myself. But this one had more of like a skull to it and I really just didn't feel like doing a skull. So I think I might incorporate a spider into my like face somehow. I think I might do it on the other side that isn't covered in pumpkin paint. So yeah, and then doing a little bit of like glam with it as well. I think, okay, like that's pretty creative. I've got like body paint, pumpkin, spider, Halloween, glam. I've kind of got it all mixed together. Let's get into what I'll be using. First thing is first, I have a clean face. I don't have anything on my face at all. I like to paint, I like to body paint on clean skin. I don't put any like skincare or anything on. I may put a primer on, but sometimes even primers, I don't know. I just like to do like fresh, clean skin. And then this way, after I'm done, I can just kind of like go get into the shower and wash everything off and then apply all of my product afterwards. So I can just kind of like nourish my skin because putting all this product on it just, I don't know, it's not good for it. I don't know how some of these creators be like going in, doing their makeup, rinsing it off, doing another look, rinsing it off, doing a third look, fourth, fifth. Like it's just crazy to me. So my skin is very sensitive, so I do have a few like little breakouts. So I really just wanted to start with fresh, clean skin and then be able to go wash it off and put my product on afterwards. Plus, I'm not wasting any like skincare products by putting it on, then going and washing it off and then putting it on again. I am going to be drawing everything out on my skin with just a brown eyeliner pencil. This is the one from Makeup Forever, which actually I have to sharpen. This is the Limitless Brown, number 608, I believe. Yes, number 608. If you've been following me for a while, like on Instagram or TikTok, Hello, Lucy. Do you want to come lay with Mommy? Do you want to come lay with Mommy? Hello, little one. Come lay with Mommy. Okay, go underneath the desk and lay with Mommy. Okay. She always likes to lay under my desk, like right near my feet when I'm sitting here working. You know that I've been using Limitless Brown for forever. It's one of my favorite eyeliners of all time. It's just a warm brown. I do not use black liner when doing body paint. Black is not very forgiving. So when you actually start to blend a lot of these colors together, it will like start to gray out other colors. So I know that a lot of the colors I'll be using today are warm tones, browns, yellows, oranges, things like that. Brown is going to be the most forgiving and it's going to blend the easiest into all those other shades. So I always do brown liner with whatever I'm doing. Honestly, you can do any brand possible. I have a ton of these, so I know I am just going to choose this today and whatever, but you can use any brown eyeliner that you have. And make sure it's a pencil one, make sure it's not like a liquid one. Liquid tends to get onto the skin and then it will bleed or really mix into other colors, whether it's black or brown. So make sure it's just like a good old waxy pencil. Next up is my Mehron Makeup. I've been using Mehron's, I've learned on Mehron Makeup. I've learned my special effects with Mehron Makeup. Their body paints are some of the best in the business. I think pretty much everyone uses their body paints. I don't know anyone else who uses a different body paint, to be completely honest. But my husband got this for my birthday a few years ago, some years ago now. Ugh. And it comes with all of their Paradise shade colors. They have been used and abused, but there we go. Who's texting me? No, go away. I've created a home for myself and my body paints. So these have been honestly loved so much. I love, love, love the Paradise paints from Mehron. I have nothing bad to say about them. I've done all of my body paints in my career with Mehron. If you are into body painting, check out Mehron. They're amazing. So I have all the shades here. I'll be using probably the orange and yellow, the black, and maybe a little bit of red, I don't know. And I also have a white. I also have the separate whites. Actually, I think one of these shades don't belong in here. I think the white does. I don't know. Anyway, and I have white here separately, just the Paradise paint. These are water activated paints. So literally you put them on with a wet paintbrush using water and you take them off in a shower with water. It's honestly the easiest cleanup ever. Use water-based paints when you're body painting. If you are just looking for something easy to use, these are it. Now, disclaimer on the next piece, because it's from an influencer that I personally don't know anything about and I personally do not support. However, I bought this some years ago when this palette came out because I just liked the colors in it, because it had all the primary colors plus all the in-between of the primary colors. This is the Morphe by James Charles palette. Again, I know there's been a lot of drama around James Charles and him becoming like a pedophile and stuff like that. I don't know, or a predator, like a sexual predator, I think. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't support him and I know nothing about him. I personally don't have any influencers that I truly follow and like, I know, like get into. I honestly just liked the palette because I knew that when I body painted, it had all of the primary colors, the red, yellow, blue, but then it had all these in-betweens and bright shades. So I knew that I only needed one palette to have all the shades that I need to blend into my creations. I don't use this on clients. I've never used it on clients. I only use it on myself when I body paint. I just wanted to put that out there because I feel like a lot of people, there's like a lot of things coming out about him and I don't support that whatsoever. However, I try to purchase things that I know are smart investments for my kit and for my creativity, and that palette just seemed to have all of those beautiful bright shades of the rainbow that I just use a lot. And again, this was purchased years ago before anything had come out. So, and I'm pretty sure I got it like on sale super cheap. So it's not even like I, you know, supported that much. All right, and then a couple more things here that I had in my special effects drawer in my makeup closet right here behind me. I have a very special effects drawer. I found in my other palettes this NARS palette, which I actually really like. This was from a few years ago. This was like their holiday palette, or it came out like in the fall time, and I really liked all these orange and browns, so I figure I could incorporate some of these into it as well. Just a thought. I got these again a couple years ago. I have foil like pieces. What are these? Like foil leaf. Excuse me. I have gold leaf, so I have it in like this copper tone, gold and silver, and I thought that would be kind of cool, like this coppery tone to incorporate in with the pumpkin like look somehow. I don't know, just a thought. And again, or this one as like a highlight of the pumpkin. I don't know, I haven't decided. Gold leaf, to work with gold leaf or any kind of like foil leafing is extremely messy. So part of me is like, do I really want to get into that? It depends. I have to think about it. I have to feel it out as we go along. I feel like a lot of the inspiration comes as you're doing it. Like I could have a plan and then that plan could go completely ass backwards just because it could. I don't know. Inspiration as a creative, inspiration just kind of like pops up as you move along, and I'm like, okay, we're just gonna try this out, I guess. For paintbrushes, I just use regular craft store paintbrushes for the actual paint, and then I'll use my Mehron makeup brushes to apply like eyeshadow or do the other glam half of my face. But for paint, I definitely just purchased the cheap packs of like craft paintbrushes from the paint store. Super affordable. If you mess them up, you don't, you know, feel guilty about throwing them away. And then just purchasing new ones, because colors can be a little bit hard to like get out of them sometimes depending on the colors that you use. So if I have to eventually throw them away, I don't feel as guilty, and then going out and investing in new ones. My little thing of water. Yes, water. Okay, that's how I say it. Don't forget your paper towels. And then I have, guys, stop. Like nothing has even happened. And then I always like, sorry, I had to write out a wedding schedule here so it has people's names, but so I always write down the steps that I do, and I just like kind of sketch out how I want it to look. This just honestly allows me to have, it's 11/11, make a wish. Oh my god. Okay, I wish at this body. Okay. I wish my dogs would stop fucking barking right now. Stop it. I literally don't even know who's here. The FedEx guy has already showed up today, so they've already gotten their treats. Like, what could you actually have to be barking at? I don't know. Let's check. Where's your baba? There's no one outside. There's no one. Lucy, stop! I hear a backup beeper. Someone else is getting a delivery. They also bark at everyone else's delivery man. Like, I can't. Put on a little more light. I am just gonna start by sketching this all out. I'm gonna try to do as much time lapse as possible so this video isn't like hours long, but I am definitely, actually I'm gonna be recording on 2 separate cameras, so let's get that ready. Look, I already have gold leaf stuck to me. Oh my god. All right, so I'm just gonna start out by drawing it out. So here we go. Now that I know that I have like the main parts kind of like, what does that even mean? I've been doing this for like 20 minutes now. What, Jen, say words. Talk to everyone. Now that I have everything kind of like sketched out, I'm gonna actually go in with the pumpkin paint first. Actually, no, I think I forgot my nose. There we go. Okay, I am just going to start going in to the kind of like crevices and putting the paint so that way I know where, kind of like, I like to do like the little small crevices first so that I know that I have everything super clean and I don't go into different places, so I don't have to like remove a lot of things. So yeah, I'm getting extremely confused right now because I'm doing it for YouTube, I'm doing it for Instagram, and then I'm trying to do it perfectly on myself. So this is a lot of stimulation for me that I'm just not used to, and yeah. Oh, the sun is coming out. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, we're gonna open the window. Let's go in with our orange. Orange, I just said that weird. Orange. That was dramatic. Let's kick this bad boy off. A little bit of some paper towel action. I've never used this orange before. I love when things are like brand new. Oh. All right, let's go. My favorite is going in my ear because I know that's gonna be a pain in the ass to get out later on in the shower. I'll be finding orange in my ear for like the next, I don't know, week or so. Love that for me. Next up, I'm gonna go in with the larger brush now to kind of go over my chest area. I'm just gonna fill in a lot of it and then go back in with a detail brush to go around the lines that I drew in. Too much. This is why I keep paper towels next to me at all times. And honestly, it doesn't have to be perfect. You won't see the brown liner because I'll be outlining in black and kind of shading it in, so you won't see it at all. And honestly, the less perfect it is, the better, because I mean, I don't want it to look perfect. I want it to look kind of spooky and messy. Next up, I'm going to be going in with the black and filling in the mouth and eye and nose. I just realized if someone rings our doorbell right now, like a delivery man or something, especially since I had to sign for the package that I got this morning already, I'm like, could you imagine if they came later? Those poor men, there was 2 of them. I think one of them was training. He'd be like, I'm never coming back to this house again. This woman is a sociopath. Now that I have most of the black portions filled in, I want to go in and actually just redraw where the creases in the pumpkin are. So of course the pumpkin has a very like curved outer portion, so I really want to kind of like convey that. I don't want to just do straight lines. I want to try to give it a little bit of a curve. So I'm gonna start with the one down the middle, and then as I go to the outsides, I'm going to kind of like create more of a dramatic C shape to all of the lines so that it looks like it actually has a curve to it. So do the middle one first so I know where the middle is, and then kind of go out from there. About as good as it's gonna get because the body is curved as well, so you just kind of gotta go with it at this point. Next up, I'm just gonna go back in with the black, and I'm going to create those lines down the middle. I'm gonna do just a straight black line where the creases are, and then I'm gonna blend out with black eyeshadow later to make it look like it has that depth to it. I feel like I am doing a Tigger look right now. Also, my nose is running, which isn't good because I have water activated paints on, so blessings. Now, none of this has to be perfect. It can absolutely be messy. I have to go over with paint again a little bit, and then also eyeshadow. So everything is gonna be set and packed on so it looks really rich in color, and like all these like lines and stuff, they will not be there. So let's just go in with all of the detail work and start, I don't know, just finishing this look up, I guess. So I'm just gonna outline the rest of like the kind of like jagged edges, because those will all be shaded and look like they have depth to them as well. So let's just kind of go in and outline the whole thing now, and then clean it up and start packing on more paint and eyeshadow. Okay, now that I have things kind of like cleaned up a little bit, I'm just gonna go in with the James Charles palette, and I am going to start just kind of like packing in eyeshadow. I'm taking the bright orange from that palette, kind of like setting anywhere that I think may need it. And then going in with the black shade from that palette and setting the black portions of my face. And then I'm going to go in with an eyeshadow brush, just like a flat one, and I'm actually going to start detailing around these lines here and giving more depth. And I'm actually not going to go in with black, I'm going to go in with a dark brown. This is the darkest brown in the palette, so it's this guy all the way over here. It's almost like a black brown. And I'm just going to tap a little bit off. And I'm actually just going to kind of start to run this along that black line. That's why things don't have to be perfect, because no matter what, you're gonna go over top of them anyway and kind of soften them again. All right, let me just skip to the good part. Now we have some depth to these lines, so it looks like it's starting to kind of dip in where the creases of a pumpkin are. So next, I'm gonna actually go in with these two orangey brown shades and start creating even more depth. So just kind of like lightly buffing this orange shade on top of where I put that deep brown. And it's actually just gonna start softening it even more. Whenever you want to create something that is more three-dimensional or two-dimensional, you always want to work in variations of color and value of color. So you want to go, the deepest part of a crease should be like the darkest shade that you're using. And then as you come out, you want to make sure that you're actually going in steps of different values of that shade. So I know I went from like black to a deep brown to a darker orangey brownish copper shade, and then I'm going to go to an even lighter orange and then a bright orange on the outside where the highest point is, where that highlight is. And for my highlight, I might not even use like a orange. I might just go in with like a really pretty coppery like highlight, like a gold highlight. I was gonna do the gold leaf, but I really feel like that might actually be too much. It might just look like more one-dimensional on top of this like two-dimensional. I want it to look really blended and smooth. It's just the kind of artist that I am. I like good blended soft things, so that's what I think we're gonna do. Okay, so last but not least, I'm actually just gonna go in with like a bright yellow, either this kind of like pastel yellow or even this bright one. I'm not really sure. Let me put it underneath. No, let's go in with the pastel one. And just using that same brush from my Kitco, I'm just going to lightly place that right in the center of where the top portion of that pumpkin would kind of come out. And I love like really soft blended things, so like on camera it looks like it kind of like curves around like it's supposed to. Oh, there's even white in here. You know what, let me see, or even like a peachy. Ooh, look at that highlight. Yeah, I kind of like, I'm mixing like a white and a peach to really kind of add highlight. Oh my god, look at that, it's like a pinky orange. Oh god, I love blending color. What the hell? Okay, so now that the body painting is pretty much done, I'm actually gonna go in on the other side and create more of a makeup look and do foundation and a little bit of a glam. So let's get all of that out. So actually, before I do any of that, I wanna add some shading down here to make it appear as if it's being lifted up off of my skin. So I'm gonna take just like a neutral brown, probably this guy over here in this corner. I'm gonna take some of him and probably the one on the other side as well. And I'm just actually gonna start adding the slightest bit of shading underneath. And I'm doing this with a really fluffy brush and super, super light amount of eyeshadow. And then I'm gonna go back in and refine with another brush afterwards. I'm actually gonna take this like dark brown red. Oh, that's pretty. So I'm just gonna kind of leave that where it is, and I'm gonna start the makeup portion of my face. So let's go. So I'm actually going to use this NARS palette to kind of match what we got going on here. So let's go. A little bit of liner. I'm just going to smoke out underneath of my eyes. A little bit of mascara. Like, who needs fake lashes when you have the Cella Good Drama mascara? Like, can we not right now? So good. Really? Got very windy out. Ugh. I'm gonna go in with the Danessa Myricks Lightwork palette. OMG, I haven't used this in a hot minute and I'm excited. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped it. Actually, I'm gonna use the shade Common Sense. Oh yeah, goodbye. So good, so good. And this is also gonna be the highlight on our pumpkin as well, so let's do that. Look at that. Oh, so good. I'm just gonna go back in and make these shadows a little bit sharper, and I'm gonna use that dark brown that I used on the pumpkin, and then it's gonna kind of blend in with the shade that we put in before, that kind of like reddish shade, that lighter shade. Guys, I'm so hungry. How much time has passed? I don't even know. Like 2 hours? A little over 2 hours now I think we're going on. You guys are watching this in like a span of like 10 minutes, making it look so easy, but really I've been sitting here for like 2 hours. I'm hungry. I need Starbucks. I need to let the dogs out. There's that, and then I'm just gonna do a little bit on the neck as well. And then I also missed this portion of my chin. Last but not least, I want to go in with some more highlights. So I'm going to actually go back in with some white paint and go over the portions of my paint or my mouth and my nose where like these like little portions come up. I want to make them look like they're obviously popping off a little bit. So that's exactly what we're going to do. This is the final body paint of my pumpkin. I was gonna do the spider, but I honestly kind of love it without it. Like, I just think it looks so cool, and I don't want to take away from that. Like, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm so hungry right now, like I can't even think. I'm starting to lose all energy. All right, guys, that's it for right now. I'm starving. I gotta let the dogs out. I need energy, okay? It's been hours since I've eaten. Happy Halloween, everyone. Get super creative with your costumes. Have so much fun. Be safe. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, I will see you later. Happy Halloween.